Welcome everyone, Hero Darkness here speaking. Today I'll be showing you Chapter 1 of the speed run of Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I'm doing it on easy percent because that's the route that I've learned and the route that I have enjoyed doing. Will I eventually learn the other routes? Maybe, but as of right now and for this purpose of this guide to help you guys out on starting or want visualization of what to do, here's a guide to help you out. Disclaimer, if there are other strategies that you found that seem to be better than what is being used or what's currently used in this video, feel free to use those, as this guide is here to help you with some of the current routing that is happening right now with the community. And there's always a Discord server that you feel free to join us to discuss that. I am not one of the moderators in that server. I am just someone who's just trying to help people out with the run. I am no way in any shape or form a complete expert in this game, but that's okay. I'm just trying to help everyone else out on how to get this run done. So like I said, easy percent is what we're going to be doing. I'm going to leave the default controls as is. If you have your own preference on what controls or how you want it done, that is entirely up to you. You pick that up for yourself. And like I said, easy. Now as far as official rules are concerned, the run officially begins as soon as you select your difficulty. And so run would technically, if I was timing this, would begin now. So first thing is learning when to skip the cutscene, and this is your first skip right here, which will load us up to outside the reactor with Cloud. So first things first, you run past, as soon as you run past Barrett, Cloud will stop, and those are going to be a lot of your signs on knowing when to skip in this game, is when Cloud stops his walking or running animation, and you go ahead and skip. Getting those skips down does make a difference in your load time, because if you're a little too late on the skips, the longer it takes to load, and we're all about saving those seconds. Now this fight right here, I'm not going to use the basic operator mode. I'm going to switch to the Punisher mode because it deals more damage and is more effective against these types of enemies. Sometimes you end up lucking out and you can get them with one hit or just one combo, and that's that. As you may know, R1, R2 is to run. Now right here at these stairs, I have not hit the threshold yet on the next cutscene, but as you hit stairs 2 and 3, right here, you can skip the cutscene. Now, as you practice running in that, you will be able to know when and how to do it. I'm just trying to show you guys where. So once again, we skip here. We get ourselves another menu pause right here telling us about our ATP gauge and how that is filled up in that. But once again, I'm not going to use operator. I'm going to go triangle, switch over to Punisher to drop those guys. Another tutorial, and down. More things about the menus and maps, more things about icons that you see in the world. These icons are crucial because these icons will be grayed out with a line going through the corners. One line going through the corners indicate that you cannot use these things, such as using triangles, such as jumping over things or crawling under things, going up and down ladders. So the next cutscene begins as soon as right here with Cloud as he moves his feet partway over the entry point. You can go ahead and skip. Now, as you become familiar, you can just press options and then just press up and X to skip. And then right here, this is not a forced fight. You can nope your way out of this. Now in Chapter 1, like I said, I'm showing you the routing. Chapter 1, don't worry about any of the chests unless that eventually changes. Then tells you about the Shinra box, to skip that. And then right here, Cloud, like I said, he stops. Early season, skip the cutscene, you skip, moving on. Now this is our first menu that we go through. Master yourself through X, go here, go down to this one right here. Limit breaks, cross slash, potions, spells, fire. Now you may switch it up to how you prefer. I like it this way. It works for me. May not work for you. Walk away from Wedge, walks over to Barrett. As soon as it cuts to Barrett, may work a little sooner. I may miss it, but you can skip the cutscene here. And as you're waiting for loading, if you know what direction you're going, such as hitting up and right, you can come here. Incoming next fight. Down. don't have my fire ready because my gauge isn't filled up. Cast fire, dog staggered, and there's fight. This is a good spot for you to end the fight because it puts you right there to the elevator. And then you want to get yourself positioned, as you kind of learn. It's kind of to the right and down, and you can actually be hitting triangle as soon as they're done, or be mashing triangle right here. So this is kind of the pathing that you want to take, just like that, so that you can see, and then you work with the camera in your favor. Press triangle to operate the elevator. Make your way down. No need to worry about going over there. They will automatically work on that. Go ahead and hit these Shinra boxes. You may luck out getting a potion or a Moogle medal. But the important thing, since I did cast fire, is to get my MP back up. Cuts to Biggs. Go ahead and skip that cutscene right there. Now we got ourselves a fight with a dog and 2 security officers. Some people will... You will eventually use the counter on that. You want to make sure that you can get yourself positioned closest to that. So if it means, like what I did there, moving around to position yourself as close to this gate as possible. If it doesn't happen, don't sweat it. Now, one thing to note here, this fight, you want to not jump to Punisher mode. You want to leave yourself in operator mode for this reason right here, to be able to close that distance. Then feel free to switch over to Punisher to take him out quickly, because leaving yourself in your most basic attack will allow you to close the gaps quickly and effectively. And it's important just to tap the attack button, don't hold it down, because if you hold it down you will go into the combos. Like I said, as soon as Cloud's, his animation changes with his walking in that, or in this case running, feel free to pause and skip. Go ahead and hold left on the thumbstick and start mashing triangle. The reason for that is because we got to talk to Biggs. Biggs will be there, he'll do a countdown and brag about how awesome he is. The doors will begin to open. You skip that cutscene again, and as I told you about pressing square versus holding it down, this is the first test, because you want to charge into the security officer. Then we're going to switch to Punisher to take these guys out. Because if they work out and they obey, they will stay close to each other, just like that, to easily take care of the fight. And then we'll wait for the girl Jessie to come up. And Candace just stand right here, kind of smash triangle. As soon as you see that, you smash through it. Boom. Skip the cutscene. Moving on. Move forward. You get the gist. We gotta open up these doors. And as soon as he finishes pressing the button, you can skip the cutscene right here. If you get to Jesse, you're a little late, but that's okay. It just takes time to paying attention to what Cloud is doing to get those skips in. Now this is the first fight where we have Barrett with us. So what I'm going to do, move myself position back here. Overcharge on Sentry Ray B. We learn about his overcharge. Oh, that did not work out according to what I wanted, because normally an overcharge, you want all the hits to hits, that way you can get yourself your Thunder up, cast Thunder on that, begin working on that. Hopefully Barrett will behave. Please behave, Barrett. Please behave. You want to position yourself with Cloud right over here. Barrett, did you not kill the thing? Position yourself in that so you can switch over. You want to drop these guys out, and then you want to focus strike on that guy on the mono drive A, the one right here. You want to take these two out with the Punisher as fast as possible, get your gauge up to focus, strike, to end yourself here. That's good position. May not get it every time, but that's what you're aiming for. And then you come here at the end of the stairs. This stair right here begins the cutscene. You use it to skip. We're like, oh no, lasers. They finally tell you how to dash. Now, if you'll eventually learn the timing of the lasers, and you'll be able to run through them and just skip through them, no problem. Now, as you go through the second set of lasers, do not immediately go down the stairs. So right around here, before you go down the stairs, open up the menu, press X, go down to Barret, jump down to here, go to Spells, put Thunder on, and exit out of the menu. Then the menu for the next cutscene begins right here. As Cloud hits the last few steps of the stairs, you want to skip the cutscene. Then you're going to come here, you're going to charge in, you want to go Punisher, full combo, go to Barret, you want to pop an overcharge, and then cast Thunder, switch over, you want another combo, it's stagger. As soon as you get stagger, switch over, focus thrust, get you the ATP gauge back up, Thunder, and you're done. Now the next thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to press X, Items, Ether, Barret. You do that as you wait for Jesse to come over. If you can get that dash in, you want to, it'd be good to end up over here, but it doesn't matter if you end up over here in that. It's not going to hurt you too much because you got to wait for Jesse as you go through and pop that Ether under Barret. Now we're heading our way down to the boss fight of this chapter, the Scorpion Sentinel. And then right here, you got to get yourself into here in this spot first and lose control of the camera to be able to skip.
Let's get down there.
Coming up is the fight. The boss fight is broken up into 4 phases. And remember how I put earlier the limit break, the cross slash on X1, on L1X? Yeah, it's going to come into play right here. Because the reason why we have things on our shortcut is to make it faster to get through. So like I said, the Scorpion Sentinel is broken up into 4 phases. So I'm going to walk you through it real quick and then try to explain it. So you want to get, first things first is going to happen. You're going to get hit by the first attack. Jump over to Barret, you do an overcharge. Jump over to Cloud, you perform a Punisher, get the Berserk status on, which appears on the bottom right screen where the Cloud health bar is out. And you're going to see little fangs that pop up. That's Berserk status. You want to get that on. Do another Punisher combo, cast Thunder as Barret, jump back over to Cloud, cast Fire, Punisher, and that should finish up phase 1. Then in phase 2, you want to use Cloud, cast Fire, jump back over to Barret, and go through 2 gun combos, and then cast Thunder during your third one. And then after that happens, oh sorry, before the second one finishes, you want to cast Thunder. Then you do a combo, and then if you don't get the counter off, go back to Punisher, do 1 cycle of that, cast Thunder to get the stagger, use the Berserk to your advantage, then we go into phase 3. You want to make sure Cloud is at 2 gauges at phase 3 to be able to cast 2 fires right away, jump over to Barret, cast an overcharge, then do 2 thunders. You want Cloud to get hit by the laser, and then by that point you're just finishing up phase 3 as fast as you can. Then as phase 4 begins, final phase, you use Cross Slash. I know it was a lot to take in, so now let's go through and see how that goes out. So, a little too soon. Right here at this picture is where you can skip the cutscene. You're going to hit X for 20 minutes. Go ahead after you press X, hit Options and skip. And here we go. We get to see our nice lovely Scorpion. You get the, here's the hit. There we go. We go Overcharge, switch over to Cloud. We go Punisher. There's Punisher 1. There's the Punisher again. There's the Thunder. There's the Fire. And go ahead as Cloud, get the combo off as you can. Doesn't look like I'm going to get the Fire off as Cloud. Messed up a little bit on the order. Lucked out. But I did not target the boss, which is a slight issue, but not too bad. Alright, Thunder. Oh, so by that point, this shield should be down, but it's not. This is not my best run. Alright, so now it's time to adapt.
Bounce right off. Nice drop, man. Frontal assault's no good. If we don't change it up soon, this thing's gonna kill us both. Less talking, more shooting. How about less spin from you?
So that may be an issue like I'm having. You're just gonna have to adapt and move on the fly. And I'm already hurting onto the next phase because I've gone through one too many thunders already on Barrett, so he's down. He's low on MP. And I want to get Cloud to make sure I can get his second ATP gauge filled up as we go into phase 3. So there we go, phase 3. Like I said, phase 2 did not work out. It's gonna come in. That was actually one of my worst runs on that fight. I'll work on getting a video up for you guys on just this fight.
Watch the tail. You don't want to be hit by that laser. Huh? So, what do we do? Don't get hit. Take cover behind that debris. Bring it home. I got this.
Oh, Barry got hit.
Here we go. Now, get in there and do some damage. Let's do this.
So I have to been adopting on the fly. Like I said, not the best run. I'll work on getting another video up for the Scorpion fight. Here we go, phase 4. Make sure I'm locked onto the Scorpion because this is where we're going to pop our limit break. And then that is the fight. And then right here, skip the cutscene. We have, after that fight, we have 3 more forced fights to go through. We got one right as we entered into this area. Oh, we got one that we skipped. And so we want to take care of these guys as fast as possible. I thought I had my focus thrust ready, because ideally, again, you want the fight to end right here. That wasn't the case. So adapt and move on. And no, you cannot run past those guys, because you see that symbol down below? That symbol appears whenever you cannot do a command, such as climbing up a ladder or pressing triangle. And if you try to run past them, not going to work. Right there, skip the cutscene. Go ahead and press left, get Cloud moving as soon as you have control on him. Can't skip, now you can skip.
Lead us straight to Barry. Probably.
Now we're going to play what I like to call Beat Jesse.
I think I see an exit. Come on.
No, as far as I can tell, there's really not much of a time gain or time save on beating Jesse.
Don't look back.
Basically, to beat Jesse, you just gotta be right up on her tail just like this. Be like, hello. Even though you beat Jesse up to the top, she still rushes past you. You have to follow Jesse the entire time because, you know, she kind of had a moment. And you come over, jump. As soon as the landing is in part-way motion, goofed up. Thought I hit the skip, guess not. But as he's finishing up, or as he's going through, you do the jump. Then right here, move yourself in, take up these guys. Sometimes they behave. That was actually really good work, because both the mono drives and the security officers stayed in this area. Barrett was actually being intelligent for once, and I finished right where I wanted to finish at. Sometimes one of the mono drives are like, nope, I'm gonna go over here, and you have to finish up the fight, and it puts you in a spot that you don't want to be. Then we come up to where we fought Sweeper. Well, Sweeper apparently had a bro that didn't like what we did, and so, you know, we run. We leave Barrett behind. We just kind of run away from that fight. Then we get the mono drives. Ideally, you want to switch to the last one where you can just dash forward. Trying to show it to you guys, but that didn't work out. Then you want to make sure you get this shock trooper that follows you. You don't want to get hit, but you want him to follow you. But he's not following for whatever reason. So I'm gonna come up here. What is going on? So most of the time that should work for Barrett to pop up. I probably did it in the wrong spot, because normally when I do it, he pops up right there. So this is just a complete mess. So going to work on a bunch of cleanup stuff. So I'll work on doing another video, or I'll just insert another segment for you guys right here on what to do, how it should work out for you. But sometimes you do have those instances where it doesn't work and you have to mop up and clean up and adapt to what's going on. And then as you cut to this part right here, that is the end of chapter 1. And that is it. Completed the first Mako reactor. We completed chapter 1. Everything's done and in the bag. And then chapter 2 begins after this loading screen happens. And I'll show you where that skip is concerned. So for the next chapter, for chapter 2 video, I will show you how chapter 2 is done. So here's the skip. And so that is everything. I will make sure to give out to you guys right now, or as soon as possible, how the Scorpion is supposed to go, and ideally how that goes. Alright guys, here I go again. If you see this in the first video I published, or it's in the first video I was talking about, where I decided to do a separate video, here we are again, Scorpion Sentinel, to the end of chapter 1 again. So let's see how well this works out for us. Hopefully this time it's a lot smoother and actually can do this well and things work out. Hopefully, kind of show you bad RNG. Hopefully this time it is good RNG for us.
Hey, how the hell do we fight this thing? It's got reinforced armor plated, but the internals can be overloaded.
So like I said, we get hit, overcharge, that full on combo. Combo again. Thunder. Fire. And we keep going. The ATP charge is slowly filling up.
A barrier? Never seen this defense system
There's
before.
fire.
Thought you were the expert. So what's your brilliant plan, genius?
There we go.
It's my time.
Thunder. Go for another combo.
Flames.
Going for another combo. I'm not going to use the overcharge just for how fast we get through all this. Going to go for another thunder right here. Jump over cloud. Stagger it. Go in. Fill all this up. Now we're moving on into phase 3. I got things where I want them for cloud for that double fire. And I got Bear with his overcharge to finish up filling up that second gauge so I can cast double thunder. So things are looking really good for us right now.
Watch the tail. You don't want to be hit by that laser. Huh? So what do we do?
So there's fire 1, fire 2, overcharge, thunder, switch over to cloud, because the idea is that you want cloud to get hit. There we go. Limit is filled up. Switch back to Barret. Cast that second thunder. Go into cloud. Jump in. And just clean up and get yourself into phase 4 as fast as you can. Which I lucked out with that one Punisher combo. Watch the pretty fireworks. And here we go, cross slash. So there we go, there's Scorpion Sentinel with good RNG. Now let's go through and let's see if we get good RNG for the rest of this chapter.
Concentrate. Enough. That's that. This one is long.
So they decided to joke on me, troll me, but it still worked out very well. Much cleaner this time around. There we go. Skip the cutscene. I'm not as concerned this time talking you guys through on where to skip all the cutscenes. Watch previously to get that, or watch the last video. I haven't decided just yet as I'm recording this on whether I want this to be its own separate part to show you a good run through.
This route should lead us straight to Barret.
Considering that the current segment is already around 24 minutes and this is going to add, pushing it towards 30.
Don't look back. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We're running out of time.
Shut up and climb. You're not helping.
Sorry, just it keeps me focused. I'll freak out if I don't talk.
Have it your way.
Let's see if we get ourselves good RNG in this fight right here. Let's see if I can actually get the skip. Oh, there we go. There's our skip. Better skip, maybe better fight. Who knows?
Cool it. 5 seconds is all we need.
Let Barret finish that up. There we go. Awesome. Still good RNG with that second fight. Like I said, Punisher will be your best friend, though it may not always be best friend. Now let's see if we can get that Shock Trooper to follow us up. Maybe if I hit him. Who knows?
No
Alright, goofed up there, but that's okay. Here we go. Come on, follow me, you dumb shock trooper. That's right. That's right. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, nah. That's not cool, bro. Alright. Let's see. Will it work out? Yes! It worked out. Use Barret. Thunder. That one. Go ahead and cast Overcharge. I'm filling... Yes, I'm slowing down the menu so I can make sure I get those guys right there. Cloud got juggled. That's okay. They're about to get juggled with some fire and some Punisher. There we go. That's fight. There we go. That's what I was wanting to show you guys. What it looks like when things do work out. You also now have a reference of how to adapt to, not exactly how to adapt, but what can go wrong as well. So don't freak out. I just goofed up on not going far enough to pull Barret to me because you switched to Barret too soon. You end up with that whole mess that I was in, and that was not fun. But that's the life of a speedrun. You're going to have moments where things are not going to work out in your favor, and you're just gonna have to adapt and overcome it. And so, as I said, congratulations. You've now learned Chapter 1. Feel free to keep watching the video. Go back and watch as many times as you like to go through this. Be on the lookout for Chapter 2 and how we go through Chapter 2. As soon as loading screen is done, reminder, you skip. And that is everything. Feel free to leave a like or a comment down below. But that is the run. I'm going to put both of these videos together. So that way it's just one big segment. So that way you guys don't have to worry about looking for. It's already there for you. Till next time.